are going to move to item 71, SB766. Secretary, please read.
Senate Bill 766 by Senator Allen, enact relating to civil law.
Senator Allen, let's try it on this one.
Members, this bill codifies key protections in the Federal Trade Commission's C.A.R.S rule and establishes a 3-day cooling off period for used cars. Earlier this year, the U.S. Court of Appeals in the Fifth Circuit overturned the C.A.R.S rule, but only on administrative grounds. And so we sought to address that decision by taking steps to protect consumers. So this bill prohibits car dealers from misrepresenting the price of the car. It requires transparency on the total full price and total payments. It requires dealers to be transparent about add-on services or features that are optional and prohibits them from charging for add-ons that will not benefit the consumer. It provides additional protections for members of the military and veterans by prohibiting dealers from misrepresenting affiliation with the U.S. government, state government, local government, or any agency or department, including the Department of Defense. And additionally, opportunities for consumers to return a car exist, but they're limited. So existing law grants used car purchasers the ability to return their car only if they pre-purchase the right to return it. This requirement ends up being a strong deterrent. Many are unable to make the additional purchase when they're buying a car. So as to give consumers time to review the purchase agreement carefully and fully inspect the car, this bill gives a 3-day cooling off period for consumers to return the car and get their money back. We worked really hard, and I want to give special thanks to my staffer, Shoshana Levy, who worked so hard on this bill. We worked with all the prior opposition. They are now all neutral. The bill has received bipartisan support. This is going to be a very important step forward for consumers who are just trying to buy a car. And with that, I respectfully ask for my vote.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Jones, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. You know, automobiles have been sold in the state of California for over 100 years. And it's amazing to me that we come back to the to session every year and find a new way to regulate car dealers and this car sales process in California. Well, I appreciate the author working with the opposition to remove their opposition. Reading through the analysis and the bill, you know, it looks like to me that they were kind of forced into this position of removing their opposition because this was the best result that they could get. Consumers in California are very well protected by lots of different regulations, lots of different attorneys, lots of different ways that consumers can come back at car dealers and get their money back because they made a decision that they didn't like, or specific to this bill, bought products as part of the purchase option that after a while they decided they didn't want or didn't need. We've all bought cars, I believe. We've all been through the process. You have to be an adult to buy a car and sign a contract in California. This is one more example of in deference to the Assistant Majority Leader. I will not say Sacramento. I will say the legislature over-regulating business in California. Folks, there's got to be a time when we say enough is enough on these regulations. It's already difficult enough to do business in California. Why do we come back every single year and continuously try to make it more difficult? Consumers in California are not struggling by buying and purchasing automobiles in this state. I urge a no vote.
Thank you, Senator. Seeing no other microphones raised for discussion or debate, Senator Allen, would you like to close?
Yeah, I would. You know, I got to say, we have lots of bills that come to this floor with strong industry opposition. And, you know, this was a bill that was hours and hours of work. Anybody who knows our good friends from the New Car Dealers Association knows that they're not easily forced into anything. We worked really hard to get them to a comfortable place on this. In the end of the day, what this is about is ensuring that when you see a price online for a car, you know, you think you're walking in there buying the car for $30,000. You're not walking out of there paying $40,000 for the car, because you were basically lied to with the online price that you saw when you first went to the dealership. That's what this is ultimately about. And we worked very closely with the association. They understood the significant consumer concerns that we were trying to address. We made many, many amendments. It took a whole year to get to this point. And in the end of the day, this is about protecting our constituents, our consumers, who should be paramount. in our approach to this work. And I want to thank the folks from the New Car Leaders Association for working with us, and our staff and everybody else. And with that, I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. Aye. Alvarado Gil. No. Archuleta. Aye. Adeguin. Ashby. Aye. Becker. Aye. Blakespeare. Aye. Cabaldin. Aye. Caballero. Aye. Cervantes. Choi. No. Cortezi. Aye. Daly. No. Durazo. Gonzalez. Aye. Grayson. Durazo. Aye. Grayson. Aye. Grove. No. Hurtado. Jones. No. Laird. Aye. Limon. McGuire. McNerney. Aye. Menjivar. Aye. Nilo. Ochoa Bog. No. Padilla. Aye. Perez. Reyes. Aye. Richardson. Aye. Rubio. Aye. Ciarto. No. Smallwood Cuevas. Aye. Stern. Strickland. No. Umberg. Aye. Valadares. Wahab. Weber Pearson. Aye. Wiener. Aye.
Senator Allen moves to call